Yo, welcome to episode of Superkick Podcast. I'm your host, Greenside P. I just got back. Let me slide over a little bit. I just got back from the Royal Rumble. Just got back home. Hope you guys checked it out. I know you guys checked it out. Let's break it down before we get started. Don't make sure you like, subscribe, share, comment, give me feedback. Check out the reels. Check out the shorts. Check out the TikToks. Check me out on Spotify. Check me out on Table Lights and Bump. Check out the Superkick store. All that great stuff, man. The Royal Rumble, man. Okay. So, does after going to the Royal Rumble make me want to go to WrestleMania? Yes. Is it because of what happened at the Royal Rumble? Not necessarily. I think it's more so of just the energy of just being out and about with the people. Just being in the atmosphere when the E's in town, man. It's just a different feeling, man. It's big time, man. And so like that. But there's the stuff that did still go down at the Royal Rumble that makes me excited, or I'm anticipating some great storylines to come out of this. But let's get into how things kicked off, man. Kicked off with the Women's Royal Rumble match. And I think we all knew the winner of that. They kind of gave it away. They made it obvious. Charlotte Flair, man, she had the vignettes, she had the package, the promos or whatever, and it was hyping her up. So it was like, man, is she gonna come back and not win, right? It's the queen, baby. So of course that. But during the match, there's some stuff that happened. Let me get some more of Liv and Raquel versus Bianca and Naomi. And still it was like some surprises that didn't happen. Now, I was hoping it was going to happen was there was no Jade to kind of further or really begin this whole Bianca Jade Naomi story. So there was no Jade. So it was like, what's up with that? No AJ Lee. No AJ Lee, man. Like, what's going on? I just felt like she was going to be back. That I felt like there was teased early on the social media, on the internet, between her and some of the other female superstars. But no AJ Lee. It was good seeing some people from NXT pop up in there. Roxanne Perez did her thing, so I know she gotta be main roster bound now. Good seeing Julia. Good seeing Stephanie Valkyria, Jada Parker. Lash Legend was out there. Good chemistry amongst the girl. Jordan Grace, that was good seeing her out there too as well. I don't know if you're going to call this nostalgia or like a comeback, but Trish Stratus was out there, Nikki Bella was out there. You take it for how you want it when it comes to those two. I want to see more matchups, different matchups. I don't know if we get like Io Sky versus Julia. That would be cool to see. Or Io versus Stephanie Valkyria. A lot of these matches kind of, for me, going to include Io versus someone. I like the idea of Bianca versus Jordan Grace. Maybe some type of storyline out of that. If we don't get Bianca versus Jade, what else really? Nothing really. Felt like nothing for Nia to do in the match. She came out there, did Nia Jax stuff, but I don't see a storyline for her really, so that kind of sucks. But and no Becky return. But then more I thought about it was like, you can't have Becky and Charlotte both return in the Royal Rumble. I think this is Charlotte's moment here. Maybe Becky pops up in a week or two and enters the Women's Elimination Chamber match or something like that. I feel like Charlotte came out, did Charlotte stuff. Charlotte does work. But it was just like, man, I won't say it's a letdown, only because it's not a letdown, but I feel let down because, man, this should let her just be a surprise. A show surprise, don't advertise it or whatever, nothing like that. She just popped up and did her thing that way. I don't know. I feel like, and I've been calling it. I felt like the news that Tiffany Stratton was going to cash in on Nia Jax. Then we was going to get, the queen or whatever. Or we could have had a match between Charlotte and Nia Jax and Tiffany cashed in that way. Queen versus queen. Then we get past versus future or present, whatever. I don't want to no disrespect. But I've been having Charlotte versus Tiffany Stratton at WrestleMania, and I think that's going to be the matchup. Don't necessarily want. They probably will tease Charlotte versus Rhea, but I think the match is going to be Charlotte versus Tiffany Stratton at WrestleMania. But what did you guys think about Charlotte winning the Women's Royal Rumble 2025 Women's Royal Rumble winner? Let me know. Comment below. Who did you guys want to win, or who should have won? Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss came back. Love it. I love it. I don't know what's next for her, or what's up in the air for her. Is she gonna be on Raw? Is he gonna link it to the Y6? Don't know. It came out with Lily, so I don't know, man. I don't know what's gonna happen. So that's dope. I think that was the biggest moment for me in the Women's Royal Rumble. What was your biggest moment in the Women's Royal Rumble? Let me know. And back to like I say, who do you guys want to win? Who was your favorite to win? Did your favorite win? Was it Charlotte? Are you happy to possibly see a Charlotte versus Rhea Ripley or Charlotte versus Tiffany Stratton match at a WrestleMania? Is that going to feed the families? You know what to do. Let's move on. We got 2 out of 3 falls. DIY versus the Motor City Machine Guns, baby. And going into this, I'm like, I didn't pay for this. I didn't pay all this money to see a 2 out of 3 falls match between these 4 dudes. And not saying that they can't go, because I know they can go, right? But it just wasn't something I was really looking forward to. But they did deliver. I must admit. And sometimes, man, as much as I love the live experience of being at WWE events or whatnot, I miss the total production, the commentators, the camera angles, all the lights and the glamour and the glitz and all that stuff that you get from watching at home. It's starting to kind of be torn between the two, like the chair and being there, and I get some footage and stuff like that I can show and post on. I got some stuff coming through and I can post on YouTube shorts and reels and stuff like that on IG, which I will be doing so. But man, like, I don't know, man, like, they listen to them commentate the way they do, and they putting in their feelings and emotions into the match, amps up everything, different camera angles, the way things is shot feels like cinema, I hate to say it, it feel like it's just overused or whatnot, but I don't know how you can really, it's 2 different feelings, I don't know, I like both of them. But man, Motion Machine Guns and DIY, they came through. I was picking DIY to win, which they did win with some help. I don't even think you really call it help, because the Profits came back. They want some revenge. I'm assuming that DIY took them out months ago and took their spot, and that's how they got into be the tag team champions, So they want revenge, and maybe possibly gonna get it like some triple threat tag team match for the tag team championship between DIY, Motor City Machine Guns, and the Profits. It's time to push the Profits. To me, it's time to push the Profits, right? Montez Ford, man, we ain't even got. We already know what he can do. Angelo Dawkins, he's coming along too. He got moves, he got game too. They keep getting there. And for some reason, they're not pushing them over for whatever reason. But man, they push the Profits. Push the Profits. Push the Profits, baby. That's all. That's the hashtag right there. Push the Profits. But what do you guys think? Let me know. Comment below on that. Cody versus KO ladder match. Chaos, man. It's a match. It's just chaos. 2 dudes becoming diabolical enemies out there, trying to do whatever it takes to win. Baby ladders, big ladders, tall ladders, small ladders, in between ladders, all type of ladders out there being used in this match. Cody Rhodes is more accomplished, being pushed to the edge. Him winning, and I wanted to say this is win by any means necessary type of thing for Cody Rhodes, because we haven't seen that point. It's just like I hate this guy so much, and it's bringing out the hatred. And Cody Rhodes, he's been smiling so long and so happy and shaking hands and kissing babies and stuff like that. And it's like we're starting to see the side of him starting to turn. And I think the Kevin Owens has been the catalyst for that, to cause that heel turn. We need another person to really push him over the edge. He's there. Cody Rhodes is getting there. But we need one person to push him over. And who would that person be? It would have to be the Apex Predator himself, Randy Orton, right? I think it's Randy Orton that pushes Cody Rhodes over to the edge, at least to get him to WrestleMania. And we can discuss that a little bit more. But decent match, a lot of chaos. I want to go back and watch that on TV. I feel like just from where I was sitting, I missed. They say back to that production of everything. So you get your one angle, your one view of everything, and you miss them going into the crowd and all that other stuff, So I'm gonna go back and rewatch that. But from what being there, it was cool. It was a cool match. I enjoyed it because I think this is just a match that's gonna just push. This is to push the storyline of Cody Rhodes more. Not so much with the WWE Undisputed Championship, but Cody Rhodes' character. And this is the arc, a turn for him. This beginning. I'm here for it though. What do you guys want? Do you guys like that? Do you want a heel version of Cody Rhodes going forward? When will he turn heel? Would it be at WrestleMania? Would it be the Raw after WrestleMania? That's what I'm thinking it's going to be. The night after WrestleMania, the Raw after WrestleMania, Cody Rhodes will turn heel, and this will start the real official heel turn. Let's get into the men's 2025 Royal Rumble. Kicked it off. If it was one word that I can use to describe this men's Royal Rumble match, after seeing all the chatter on the internet, it's polarizing, right? But watching the match, I like to set up a different possible feuds going forward. I want to see Rey Mysterio versus Penta. I know people saw it in the past and in different scales and different promotions or whatnot. I want to see it here. I want to see it in the E. I want to see Penta bring his style of wrestling and make WWE not necessarily conform, but accommodate his style a little bit more. Not so much this 5 moves thing, everybody got, but let Penta go. Let him fly. Let him off the leash. Let's see what he can really do in the E, right? I want to see that. Not saying that I want to see Otis versus Chad Gable, but I feel like we never really got that. Like, thought they was working their way to that, and then they throw Chad Gable into the Y6 feud, which was, I don't know, that surprisingly no Y6 at all. Yeah, no Y6, no Karrion Kross, no Randy Orton, no Solo Sikoa, no The Rock. No The Rock in the Royal Rumble. Why? I don't know why. Still kind of confused about that. Joe Hendry popped up. Big pop. I figured that was going to happen. I like possibly seeing Braun Breaker versus Jacob Fatu. Braun Breaker versus Roman Reigns. Jacob Fatu. I know they running that back. Jacob Fatu and Braun Strowman again. Braun Strowman completely ripped Actual Speed in half. I don't know. His lower half is missing somewhere. He's just a torso right now. What other possible matches do I want to see? I think we can get to Seth Rollins, CM Punk, Roman Reigns triple threat match. I don't know how they're gonna make that a main event match, but they might make that a main event match. Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre. Both of them on Smackdown. Makes sense. They had to circle back around to the whole Money in the Bank WrestleMania 40 type of deal. I think we'll get Logan Paul versus AJ Styles. I think that's a match they could be working towards. Not that they're working towards, but I can see as a possibility in there, What else kind of stood out to me? There could be possible matches I could go for. That might be it. That Braun Breaker and Roman Reigns though. That's gonna be nice. No Tama Tonga. Excuse me. And I thought that would have been a smash at Royal Rumble, right? That's the one thing I did enjoy about the men and women's Royal Rumble. There wasn't a bunch of nostalgia entrance into the participants in the Royal Rumbles, which was cool. So I don't want to waste spots like that, right? So that was good to see. Man, as you consider the end, the last two, John Cena, Jey Uso, John Cena's final Royal Rumble match. We get up to the last two, and it was like, man, like, it would make sense for John Cena to win. Like, Jey Uso can't win this, right? He can't really win this. It's Jey. It's John Cena. This is the GOAT. This is his farewell tour. You know, his time is up. This is it for John Cena, right? He has to win. But nah, he doesn't win. Jey Uso, they get to the outside and they going back and forth, and Jey Uso ends up in the inside, gives him that two-hand push, and your winner of the men's 2025 Royal Rumble is Jey Uso. Main event, Jey Uso won the big one, and he is headed to WrestleMania to challenge against, calling it, Gunther. He said he can beat him, and when he said he could beat him on that episode of Monday Night Raw at the Saturday Night Main Event, I was like, man, Jey Uso's winning the Royal Rumble, y'all. I am okay with this. I am okay with Jey Uso winning the Royal Rumble match. To me, yeah, you want guys to be able, but this ain't Daniel Bryan. This ain't the Yes Movement. This is something totally different. You know, like, Jey Uso made this, and Daniel Bryan kind of made that himself. And granted, they're two different styles of wrestling. You know, and some people like Daniel Bryan's style, Bryan Danielson, whatever you want to call him. They like his style of wrestling. It's different than Jey Uso's style, right? Totally different, you know. But what Jey Uso has been able to do in the last like year or so, you know, like just the energy, and we talk about just making the people feel something. Like that's something, like, and it's no disrespect to all like wrestling purists or whatnot, like, but sometimes you just want to feel like the energy or something, man. Like, to be out there and the whole 60,000 bouncing, going crazy, you know, like, that's just something that you can't just fabricate out there, and it's not something you can replicate. Like, you have to ride that wave, pause, you know. Like, he put the work in to make himself hot. The machine didn't necessarily make him hot. He did that, you know. Like, he got the fans behind him with the Yeet and all this different thing and the movement, and then they started, what? They saw the money coming in. They saw this dude can sell tickets and get people out there to see. Like, I think he sold out at the meet and greets. Autograph signings was sold out. The photo op was sold out. It wasn't a cheap ticket at that too. I think probably the only person that was higher than him was Cody Rhodes. I mean, you had people that was grouped together, and that was like 6 people together, and you got a picture with them. But I want to say Jay was the second highest ticket, maybe Punk. It might have been Cody, Punk, then Jay. I think that's how it was. But man, like, that just speaks for something in itself, like, you know, number one merch seller. And yeah, I just don't really pertain to actually in-ring ability, right? But it's more than just in-ring ability. This is like elements of wrestling, you know, like hip-hop, you know, like there's different elements to this. It's just not rapping, you know. That's just one element of hip-hop. Like, this is just an element of professional wrestling to me. Like, you got to be able to do something in the ring, but you got to also make the people feel something outside the ring. And you get to this big business, you got to be able to generate money, and he does those things, all those things might not be on the level 10, right? You can put him at whatever level you want to put him at, but he does all those things enough to get him to the point to where they feel like, hey, you the dude right now, man. And respectably so. Shout out to main event Jey Uso. Cool dude, man. Down to earth, it seems like. Here for the people, here for the kids, like you said, man. Like, he's a cool dude, man. I know some people don't like that he won. Heard some people selling their WrestleMania tickets. Dude, why would you buy the ticket and spend that money only to get so mad and sell it? Like, you didn't know what was gonna happen before you bought the ticket. You should have bought the ticket, right? I'm here for main event Jey Uso, man. Get it up for main event Jey Uso, man. He's been putting in that work. I can't wait to see him get this moment at WrestleMania. And I spoke about earlier, beginning of the show, do I want to go? Did I feel like going after Royal Rumble? The energy of being amongst that, yes, that makes me want to go, right? Different activities and stuff, meet and greets and stuff like that, that's cool. But now I sit here and I just potted, and did the show, and I'm thinking about, being there with 60,000. Everyone's going crazy. I'm watching Michael Cole, I'm watching Wade Barrett, I'm watching Pat McAfee up there on the table going crazy. Yo, I think I want to go to WrestleMania and see Jey Uso win this whole thing, man. If you go into WrestleMania, yeet with me and let me know. I thank you guys for rocking with me as always. I'm trying to post as much content. I got so much stuff I gotta post, but man, posting stuff on the page, Superkick Podcast. Thank you guys for checking me out. Make sure you give a Uso splash on that like and subscribe button. Give me feedback. Check out all the great stuff. Until next time, adios. Yeet.